I'm Scott Allen Miller. On Sam IT today, we're going to talk about how past bad decision making should not influence current or future decision making. In IT, one of the biggest things that we do is make decisions. I mean, that's kind of what IT is, right? We make technical decisions for the business, and we also do technical implementations, but our decision making is what makes us IT and what makes us important and what provides the value to the organization. So making good decisions is an enormous part of what we do as IT professionals. Our technical knowledge, our business knowledge are just components used to allow us to make good decisions. It's kind of distilling things, but it's basically true. A trick that often happens to people is that they deal with a decision in the past and it creates a feeling that making a better decision in the future will be enough of an improvement that we don't have to make a good decision. This is one of those human irrationality points that we have to watch out for, and in IT it's very important that we not be taken in by this, and so we need to recognize when it's happening and identify it and help ourselves or others get over this, because it's just one of those things, such as the sunk cost fallacy. It's easy to become emotionally attached to money that's already been spent and forget how to evaluate properly things for the future. In this case, what we're dealing with is something like, and I'll give an example. Somebody implemented a telephony system 10 years ago. It was a disaster and it lost all kinds of money. It's kept being used, but it's not been a good solution. Today, we have to choose a replacement for it. Making the best decision for the company is, of course, what we should do in IT. Obviously, right? At no point would we intentionally say, I don't want to make the best decision for the company. I want to do something not as good. Of course, we always want to make the best decision, and when presented in that way, we'll always repeat it. But there's a very simple trick that happens, and this is not a trick done by people on you. This is a trick that your brain does to itself. That your brain will trick you into thinking, the decision in the past was so bad that I don't need to make the best decision now, I simply need to make a better one, and the improvement will be so large that it doesn't matter that I didn't make the best decision now. Obviously that's wrong. We still want to make the best decision, but it's simple to trick ourselves, and we'll say, instead of exactly the way that I said it, because I explained it a little bit in depth, we'll say things like, well, we're not worried about actually saving the most money, we're going to save so much. Or, we're not worried about getting all the features that we could get, we're just worried about getting features we were lacking in the past, or really critical ones. The improvement will be so great that we're not really concerned about getting to the best thing. While those things may be true, the company will appreciate fixing problems in the past. It will appreciate improvements. Would you really want to go back to the CEO or the CFO or your boss and say, well, I didn't bother making the best decision. I made a good enough decision because we screwed up so much in the past, we didn't figure we needed to actually do a good job in the future. They don't want to hear that. You don't want to say that. And no one actually means that when they say that they're not worried about getting the best solution or something is good enough. But it's what it means, and our brain plays a trick on us, making us think that we meant something else, or makes us overlook exactly what it is we're implying. So this is something I want everyone to look out for in our own decision making and in decision making of other people. This is a way that we can help each other identify this mental flaw. We all have it. It's something that happens to us. And enable us to identify when we're becoming emotionally attached to fixing a problem instead of being properly attached to trying to find the best answer. Thanks for joining me here on the Sam IT channel. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment below. Has this happened to you? Do you know people this is happening to? Share it with people that you see having this problem. And remember, you can support us directly on Patreon.